Manchester United 0, Liverpool 3. Mohammed Salah is the freaking GOAT. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to another video. Yes, this is the instant match reaction to Liverpool's incredible 3-0 victory at a place that Mohammed Salah now owns in Old Trafford after Liverpool's incredible 3-0 victory over Manchester United this afternoon. Arne Slot's men remain perfect this season. They keep their winning record intact. That is now 3 wins from 3. And to add the icing on top of the cake, it is yet another clean sheet. Liverpool are yet to concede so far this season. And we go into the international break absolutely flawless so far in this campaign. We're going to be talking about the game. We're going to be talking about the 3-0 victory, what it means for Liverpool and everything else in between. But before we go any further, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you're new. Both things are always and thoroughly greatly appreciated. Get involved in the comment section. I'm sure you have a lot of interesting things to say about this game, about the result, about the performance of both sides, not just Liverpool, but Man United. I'm interested to know your thoughts as well on that. So use and abuse that comment section, people. Your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, will make a great and interesting reading, I'm sure. So please do talk to me on this. But without further ado, let's go on with an instant match reaction to Liverpool's 3-0 victory over Manchester United. Wow. It was near enough a perfect performance from Liverpool. It really, really was. We didn't have it all our own way, admittedly. There were 1 or 2 hairy moments in there where, you know, a better finish up front for Manchester United and it might have gone a little bit differently. Alisson Becker was forced into making a couple of absolute quality saves throughout the entirety of the game. Joshua Zirkzee was a threat for Manchester United, had a couple of really good opportunities, but Alisson was either equal to or he just didn't quite get his body in the right position to find the back of the net. But those exceptions aside, Liverpool were flawless. Liverpool were brilliant in terms of controlling the game, in terms of our midfield control. Our press was brilliant. Our attack was on form. And it was a bit of a slow start from Liverpool, I have to admit. I think Liverpool, the players were just kind of adapting to the hostile atmosphere. And then once that first goal went in from Luis Diaz, even before that, I guess you could say, even with the goal from Trent Alexander-Arnold that was disallowed, it seemed to settle the nerves down a little bit more. And Liverpool started to grow into the game, even from that point forward. But especially when we did actually get a goal that did count, that really put things in a calm perspective for us all. And it really did calm things down massively for us. We thought we'd taken the lead in the opening 7 minutes when Trent Alexander-Arnold found the back of the net. But unfortunately, Mohammed Salah was offside in the build-up to the goal. And it didn't matter, though. As much as I would have loved it, because that would have really helped my fantasy team. Really, really would have if Trent had scored. But it didn't matter, because we went on to win the game anyway. And Mohammed Salah is the freaking GOAT. He is the freaking GOAT. He owns Manchester United. He owns Old Trafford. The guy is inevitable. The guy is phenomenal. And he proved it once again today. He got 2 assists and a goal in Manchester United's backyard. That is incredible. That is phenomenal. First up, Luis Diaz with the opening goal to break the deadlock. Now, this goes down as a Salah assist, but really, there's a bit of an unsung hero in the build-up to this, in the form of Casemiro of Manchester United, of course. Casemiro had an absolute shocking stinker of a first half. He was terrible. He was awful. He was giving the ball away left, right and centre. He looks like a shell of a man that we all knew once upon a time was one of the best DMs in the world, playing alongside the likes of Toni Kroos and Luka Modric and winning trophies left, right and centre. That guy seems a million miles away, a million light years away from where the current man of Casemiro is right now. He looked absolutely shot to pieces in that first half, both physically and mentally. And his giveaway allowed Liverpool to break free Gravenberch tees up Mohammed Salah on the right-hand side. Lovely little dink. And whether it was between Szoboszlai or Luis Diaz, one of them to have to get their head on that ball and head it into the back of the net. And it was Luis Diaz who did. And thank the Lord that he did so. Diaz grabs his first goal. The second ball again, Casemiro too weak. Dilly-dallies on the ball too much. Gets shrugged off very easy. And Liverpool from there counter very quickly high up the pitch. Salah into the path of Diaz, and Diaz fires beyond Andre Onana, and it's a brilliant finish from the Colombian, but again teed up by Casemiro and then Mohamed Salah. Absolutely brilliant work from Luis Diaz, and I'm so glad for him. And again, I didn't think he had the best of performances by any stretch of the imagination. He was really, really good. I think he started off the game a little slowly, as did a lot of Liverpool players, to be fair. But once he got that first goal and he settled his nerves down, he, like a lot of others, grew into the game more and more. And I thought Luis Diaz was brilliant. And once again, following on from last week and how good he was, that killer instinct is there. Was there. Of course, I've got to see it more on a consistent level. I will reiterate that. I want to see more of this Diaz on a consistent enough level. But if this is the way to build up his confidence game after game after game, then I'm all for it. And I fingers crossed and hope and pray that that is going to be the Luis Diaz that we're going to see for large parts of this season. Because the 2 goals that he took were brilliant. Being in the right place at the right time. The first goal he pretty much couldn't miss, but it is Luis Diaz, so we have to give him something there. We have to give him a bit of leeway. And then the second goal was just a brilliant finish. Brilliant, accurate finish to fire into the back of the net. So, got no problems whatsoever, and I'm really hoping that this obviously builds up his confidence as the season wears on. Second half, Casemiro's hooked at half-time, but we still continue to go and press for that third goal, and eventually we do. Again, we win it high up the pitch, and it's 4v2. And I think it's Szoboszlai who just feeds Mo Salah. And at the first time of asking, Mo Salah fires it beyond Andre Onana. A brilliantly well taken goal. Mohammed Salah owns Old Trafford. He owns Manchester United. The guy simply loves playing at Old Trafford against Manchester United. The guy is just too good. He is the GOAT. He is phenomenal. He could have even added another goal, even mere seconds after he scored Liverpool's third. United give the ball away straight from their kickoff, and if he had just kept his shot lower, it probably would have rattled the back of the net yet again. But unfortunately, he blazed just over the bar. In a game in which Liverpool took their foot off the pedal completely. Liverpool really did take their foot off the pedal towards the end of that game. They thought 3-0 was enough. I feel like if Liverpool really wanted to, and they really wanted to step on the throats of Manchester United and not let up, I feel like they could have easily done so. But they reserved a bit more energy. They were like, nope, we'll take the 3. We'll be fine with that. We'll see where it goes. Szoboszlai probably could have added a 4th if he'd have shot first time in the penalty area. Don't know why he didn't. He just had to take a touch. But there you have it. And Liverpool round out 3-0 winners in what was a fairly comfortable afternoon. Like I say, barring 1 or 2 hairy moments here and there, it was a fairly comfortable afternoon for Arne Slot's men. I've got to say, I was just amused by, particularly the first half, Liverpool's press, how our midfield 3 worked brilliantly in tandem together. Tandem for 3? Just worked brilliantly well together. I liked it. I liked every second of it. And I was just amused by the fact that United just didn't adapt to that press in any way, shape or form. They didn't look to go long at any point. They didn't look to try and switch it up and to try and give something different for Liverpool to think about. They tried to play out from the back, and Liverpool's press was just on them right from the off. And we identified pretty quickly that Casemiro was the weak link in that kind of particular role. And that's where the 2 goals lead from. Because we had warning signs. We did fire some warning signs at United beforehand. We did win the ball in a couple of in a couple of places higher up the pitch. But we just didn't quite have the cutting edge in the final third. We needed something more in the final third. So we did actually fire a couple of warning shots at Man United, but they continued to try and play out from the back. Our press was super high and was super on point for most of the game, and that's where the 2 first goals come from. Like, it was just brilliant from Liverpool's midfield, brilliant from Liverpool's attack as well. And I was just astounded by the amount of space that Liverpool were gifted in that midfield area and between the lines of the defence and the attack of Manchester United. Like, it was incredible just to watch, and that's something that didn't really close up until after we went 3-0 up. Even with the introduction of the young kid whose name escapes me from Manchester United, Collier, is it? Even with the introduction of Collier, like, he couldn't have had a worse game than Casemiro, and to be fair, he did okay. But at the same time, I feel like the game was already over at that point. I feel like Liverpool kind of took their foot off the pedal a little bit, like I say. And I feel like, we just took the 3-0 and went back to Liverpool with it. We took the 3-0, we took the 3 points, and we just got out of there, which I can't argue with. I really, really cannot argue with in the slightest. But it was just amusing to me that United failed to adapt. I like the press. I thought Ryan Gravenberch had a sensational game today. I thought he was brilliant. Like I say, I'm still not completely convinced in the bigger games to come, in which is going to be a proper midfield battle, the likes of your Arsenals, your Manchester Cities, even maybe your Real Madrids in the Champions League and that kind of thing, that maybe he's not the right guy still. Maybe we need to see a bit more from him in those positions, but of course those challenges will come. But I have to praise him for what it is right now. We can focus on and look at that later on down the line, and we can all cry and moan about how we didn't get a DM. And rightfully so, by the way. This still does not paper over the cracks of what has been a dreadful transfer window. But at the same time, praise the here and now. Enjoy the here and now. And I am enjoying a 3-0 victory at Old Trafford in United's backyard with Ryan Gravenberch playing as our DM and being sensational. And it's not just the fact that he broke up so many potential attacks of Manchester United, broke up play, interfered. It's the fact that he drives with the ball as well. It's the fact that he can drive out from that position and he can actually venture forward. I like that from him. As long as he's got someone covering him or he can get back himself and do it, I'm cool with him doing that. Like, the way he was just driving forward and driving into those spaces and trying to push the Man United defence back, particularly in that first half, was brilliant to watch. I still think he may... Obviously, there was a little bit left to be desired in the final third when sometimes they did that in the first half, but again, it was brilliant. When it did click, it really did click. And like I say, alongside the likes of Szoboszlai and Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, the only thing I can fault him for today was probably not pulling the trigger in the second half when he really needed to make it 4-0. Other than that, I thought he was brilliant. I thought McAllister, workhorse, sensational again in the middle of the pitch. Trent was brilliant. The defence was pretty much solid for the most part. Again, there was a couple of hairy moments. Like I say, Xerxes had a couple of efforts on goal. Alisson was equal to them. I thought he was incredible. And again, proving why, once again, he is the best goalkeeper in the world. Because at the end of the day, he had very little to do. And what stands you out being one of the best goalkeepers in the world is being able to just switch on at a given moment, mentally and obviously within the game. Because you can be doing nothing for 89 minutes. In that split second, a goal can go straight in. And Alisson Becker proved once again, he is the best in the world by being a guy that you can rely upon. Can be quiet, and then he clicks into gear, switches into play. And he was there to deny Xerxes on a couple of occasions. I thought he was terrific. Luis Diaz, like I say, grew into the game and was just insanely good. Jota, not his best performances by any stretch of the imagination, but he was still a bit of a threat going forward. And Mohammed Salah, I'm running out. If we haven't already, we're running out of superlatives to give Mohammed Salah. This guy is just too good. This guy is just simply sensational. The guy... Oh my days, this guy. I mean, if that doesn't warrant a new contract right off the bat, I don't know what does. I don't know what does. This guy is not aging at all. This guy doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. Oh, this guy. This absolute guy. And to think that I actually was considering saying we should sell Mohammed Salah last summer. Crazy world we live in. I was somewhat wrong. I said we should have keep him, but if a bid does come in that's high enough, we probably should sell him. Turns out there probably isn't going to be a bid high enough. I'm not going to lie to you people. That is just the way that I'm seeing it right now. Look, on Man United's part, I think there has to be an inquiry into whether or not we were a bit too quick to jump the gun with Manchester United. That may come in a video later on this week. We are going into an international break now. We've only just had the Premier League return, and already we're back to international football again. Oh, how much you absolutely annoy me with that. That is so frustrating. That is so annoying, but that is obviously the cards that we've been dealt with. We are now without Premier League football for the next 2 weeks. Fingers crossed there is nothing bad that occurs on international duty for any of these players. Fingers crossed everything does go according to plan. And hopefully Liverpool can get back to winning ways, or pick up from where they left off, should I say, after the international break. The international break can sometimes be a bit of a momentum killer, a little bit. So fingers crossed we get back to winning ways there, and fingers crossed that everything picks up from where we left off. But I'm ecstatic with this. I'm excited. I am very much happy with the incredible 3-0 performance today. Like I said, I thought everybody was on it. I was so impressed with the press of Liverpool from front to back. I thought the midfield was absolutely imperious throughout. I thought they were absolutely incredible. Couple of hairy moments to deal with. Couple of things that obviously we sort of had a bit of a wobble with, a little bit. United did create chances, but I guess in the modern day game, you're never going to have things completely and 100% your own way. You're not going to be keeping teams out completely, and that's exactly what happened. And like I say, that's why you pay the big money for having the best goalkeeper in the world. But yeah, I thought Alisson was terrific today. I thought Gravenberch was just immense today. I thought Gravenberch was absolutely immense. Luis Diaz, I'm glad for him. He's got his 2 goals, and hopefully may it continue for him. And Mohammed Salah, he's just ridiculous, man. He is just ridiculous. And Mohammed Salah is the freaking GOAT. He's just the GOAT. That's all that needs to be said. Man United 0, Liverpool 3. Liverpool remain perfect so far in this brand new Premier League campaign. But these are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of Liverpool's big 3-0 win over Manchester United today? What do you make of the performance? What do you make of the result? What do you make of Liverpool or Manchester United in this game? I want to know what you guys are thinking and feeling. Your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, will make for great and interesting reading, I'm sure, down below. So please do get involved in all of that kind of stuff. Use and abuse that comment section, people. Talk to me on this, because I'm sure what you have to say will make for great and interesting reading, I'm sure. Otherwise, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Both things are always on fire, would be greatly appreciated. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. I've been Fletch. This has been another instant match reaction to Liverpool's big 3-0 victory over Manchester United in United's backyard of Old Trafford. Mohammed Salah is the GOAT. Good night, Vienna. And I'll see you speak to you all again soon in another video, or live stream, or whatever it may be. Cheers, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Take care. And just one more time, Mohammed Salah is the freaking GOAT. See you later, guys. Have a good night. I know I am.